The challenges that face humanity are both local and global. Therefore, as representatives of the Brics nations, this provides a platform to collaborate and to harness the power and the possibilities of research and knowledge to promote an inclusive and sustainable development. It's important to recognize that through collaboration and partnerships, the Northwest University, together with the partners, can really create sufficient intellectual weight to make a difference on a global scale.
The first is climate change, and we've seen the impact of climate change in KZN recently with the unprecedented rainfall patterns, which is a huge worry. And there's a pattern, of course, you can see in California with the unnatural fires. And of course, last year we saw Australia. So if we keep denying the reality and impact of climate change, then we are really heading for trouble. And we need to make adjustments now, sooner than later, to avoid further damage to our biodiversity. The other is information technology, and I think that is critical given where we are and the role information technology played with the survival of mankind during COVID-19. It is through information technology that we're able to communicate, understand what's happening, track the development of the COVID-19 pandemic and so forth. So information technology is increasingly becoming, I think, the center of, and should be the center of development countries. And our access to it, the IP around it, should be contested. So that we are all collectively able to advance with development and ways of surviving different crises.
Well, first and foremost, this is the third chairship of South Africa, of chairship by South Africa of Brics since we joined Brics. And if you look back in the last two other opportunities we've chaired, you can see the improvement, you can see the maturity of the system. For me, for higher education, what's important is the plurality and diversity of voices across all of our institutions, with a view to ensuring that new knowledge systems, with an ensuring that we share research agendas and collaborate, because I think that is what is going to make a bigger impact and help us to close the gap between universities that over the past many years have benefited from maybe better financial support with those universities that have left behind over many years. I think what's important for us is the closing of the gap between the universities of all types, wherever they are located in the spectrum and in the profile of our institutions across the country. Also an opportunity to network, improve networks between our universities internally, but also with universities across the Brics countries. That is really, really key. I think what has emerged today clearly shows that there's consciousness of the fact that this is a build-up towards the Summit of Leaders later on in the year, and therefore we are preparing inputs that will advise the Summit of Leaders of what are the new resolutions that must be taken. And one of those resolutions, for example, is around the possible inclusion of new members of Brics. And because the good work that has been done by the university network has also inspired those universities outside the Brics of Nations, and they want to be part and parcel of this. And so it's going to be important what kind of advice we prepare for the Summit of Leaders in that regard.